Hello and welcome, friends. Welcome to another special episode. And in this episode, we will concentrate on an iconic fountain pen, a German fountain pen, a piston filler fountain pen, and we will see its evolution from 1953 till 2018. And we will concentrate about the design features and the changes that were present during its existence. So, this famous KAWECO Sport was launched for the first time in 1919. It was designed for sports people or for military men that had active life. They were quite small, they didn't possess a clip, but they were quite practical. I don't have the early models, but we will start with a KAWECO Sport 12, a beautiful KAWECO Sport 12 from 1953. This is equipped with a double broad oblique nib. It is made from celluloid. It has this faceted cap and the body is cylindrical. It has an ink window. It has a piston filler but with a blind cap, and it has this beautiful gold nib double oblique. I will put this here and I will move on to the same model, also a KAWECO 12 from 1952 1953, this time equipped with a medium oblique nib. Look at this beautiful nib, and in comparison with the other nib, it's quite different, although we have the same model. So look what the difference between an oblique medium nib and this oblique double broad nib. So the same ink window and also the same blind cap. So those are the models from 1952, and you can see they both have those gorgeous open nibs. The next fountain pen, it shows us a little bit of evolution in the design of the pen. And we are talking about this KAWECO Sport. This is a KAWECO V12 with an oblique medium nib. This is a model from the 1960s, and it follows the trend of the 1960s of the hooded nibs. In this case, we have this hooded nib, a beautiful nib. Let me zoom on it. And you can see we have a 585 14 karat gold nib. But with the difference from the later model that we, in this case, we don't have a open nib anymore. The ink window, it is the same. Maybe it is a little elongated on the strips and it's changed color. This time we have a blue ink window, and the piston mechanism remains practically the same fake or blind cap at the end of it. So those were the glory days, guys. The classic years of the KAWECO Sports. And now I have a model. So you must know that in 1994, KAWECO was bought and the rights to fabric fountain pens was bought. This particular model is not from 1994, but it is from 2 years later, so in 1996, when KAWECO launched this KAWECO Sport by Diplomat. You can see those guilloche patterns to it. This is a homage to the KAWECO Sports of the 1940s. Unfortunately, I don't have a vintage KAWECO Sport from the 1940s yet. I will I will buy one, sure, for my collection. This time we have a major change, and the first major change is we have again a beautiful open nib, and I like this. I'm a fan of the open nibs. But as you see, we don't have an ink window, and certainly we don't have an piston, integrated piston. This time we have a fountain pen that can use international ink cartridges or ink converters. And for these reasons, the modern one is slightly bigger than the older one. So here we have a model from the 1950s, and here the model from 1996. You can see the barrel or the body is elongated to accommodate that mini piston converter that can be fitted on it. Now we will finish with a contemporary product launched in 2018. You can still find it in stores. It has the same faceted cap, and the rest of the body is cylindrical, and it's fitted with this gorgeous clip. And let me give you a little comparison with the first model from the 1950s. This time we have a steel nib, but very well gold plated. And in the left side, we have the KAWECO from the 1950s with the 14 karat gold nib. So again, no ink window and slightly longer. So guys, if you want to check out how those beauties write, you can check my channel because all of them have reviews, and on those reviews we have written samples. What can I say? I'm in love with the KAWECO Sports, and although I hesitated still now to buy a modern KAWECO Sport because I thought that without a integrated piston and an ink window and no gold nib, it wasn't worth buying. But I must tell you that after I acquired this fountain pen at a great price, so the last fountain pen, the navy blue fountain pen, it changed my mind, and it's certainly a fountain pen that I recommend to all of you. And if you have the possibility, just try a vintage one. But a little warning to you, if you will try a vintage one, you will fall in love with it. And you can still find them at decent prices for a vintage, beautiful German gold nibbed fountain pen. Guys, this was my little comparison. This was my um, video where I reviewed some of the design traits of the KAWECO Sports. I hope you've enjoyed this little passage through the history of this wonderful model. If you've enjoyed this small video, please subscribe to my channel to support my activity. Wherever you are, I wish you to have a nice day. We will see you again at the next episode. Till then, please take care of yourselves. Bye bye.